There's a lot of negativity surrounding spiritual work and healing, especially around trauma healing, shadow work, inner child work. And I see a lot of social media posts that are talking about how difficult it is to heal and how much suffering you have to go through in order to reach a happier, more enlightened life. So this is because when you start your healing journey, it starts to feel amazing because you're able to detach from the rat race, you're able to detach from the mind and the craziness of the world, and you open up to this higher perspective. So the ego starts to become addicted to this feeling and then starts to look for more problems, more things to fix. And this is where your healing journey is then dominated by the ego. If your healing is controlled by the higher self, it starts to feel easy, it starts to feel exciting. You start to let go of things, and when you let go of things, you open up to something bigger and better. When the ego takes over and starts to control your healing journey, it's always like negativity, problems, hardship. It starts to feel really icky. So it's really important to get a good mentor to help you through this so that you can identify which parts are coming from the ego and which parts are coming from the higher self. When I start working with a new client, especially if they've been doing a lot of healing work in the past, the first few sessions I start to release something and then they have a really difficult week. And it's because they have this attachment to negativity. I've identified a fear-based trauma within them and I've released it. And they're still hanging on and holding on to this belief that that trauma is still there. And it becomes really difficult. So this is where I have to go in through their higher self and replace that horrible feeling with something more positive. And as I work with my clients for longer, they start to enjoy the healing work. They start to open up their spiritual gifts, their intuition, and start to see it as a growth experience rather than there's something wrong with me. So it's really, really important to get yourself a good mentor who can help you to let go of all the ego interference. If your healing journey is feeling difficult, that is because you have a negative relationship with fear and you identify with that fear. And we need to let go of that. We need to let go of the control that you're holding for your healing and your growth. And let the higher self guide you. And when the higher self takes over, everything starts to flow and become easy and exciting. And there's no more fighting and resisting happening within yourself and within your mind.